What is that? Welcome back to the Crew 2, and this is something I never expected to say. Okay, no, I did, because they kind of announced it previously, but during the stream, they said this.
We are starting working on this hybrid mode for the game, so that player can enjoy it both online and offline. You can play the Crew 2 offline right now.
Two options: play offline, play online. I don't know how this system works. I just jumped into the game. We are going to start by looking at it. Continue, create your offline save. So if I press this, your offline save is based on a copy of your current online progression. Make sure to collect your rewards and purchases before generating your offline save to avoid missing anything. This is proper weird. I'm not sure how to feel about this. Let us start here. Hybrid mode is available. It's available offline. Your offline progression will be based on a local copy of your online save. Generate and update your offline save based on your online progress when you want to in a dedicated hub. This... Oh my god, they've added a page to the game as well. Create your offline save. So what it seems like, and this is a pretty different way of doing it, and what it really feels like is this is very much a proper like end of the road situation for this game here. I just want to celebrate for a second. Offline on the Crew 2! That means we have a whole USA map still available to console players, PC players, and the like. And so when they do eventually shut down the servers, this seems to be the focal point here. The game will be playable. Your save will continue. This is quite honestly such an intense job that I'm very much looking forward to checking it out. And so, of course, I'm absolutely going to do that today. But the way this works is definitely a little bit different than I assumed an offline mode would have worked. The obvious thing is that to avoid cheating, they've made it so that you can only progress on the online and then move it to the offline. Even if you progressed on your offline save, you can't move that online. That's what it seems like. But it means all of this content, all of the motor flicks, the agency, everything they added to this game is forever just locked in now. You get to keep it. Now, if I create an offline save, let's actually just go for it and make sure it doesn't just delete my online. So can you imagine? It just deletes your offline. All right, it's done. So the reason they did this is because the Crew 1 was shut down officially, and they obviously didn't want this to happen. This is almost like an apology to the fans, and of course, this is a game they could do it on, because ultimately, to make the Crew Motorfest work offline, the Crew 2 and Motorfest are very, very similar. A lot of the base of the Crew Motorfest is the Crew 2, and so getting everything working offline for the Crew 2 and then Motorfest makes a lot of sense. So Motorfest will happen, and it'll be pretty much, I imagine, the same as this. Right, let's go back to the login screen and see what this is all about. So press play offline. It's weirdly doing a connect thing for some reason. This uses an autosave feature. That's new. That's so weird. It's got a save icon. I guess they didn't have that before. Right. This is different. This is quite different. It's took us to the hub, which is just the events screen. We've got the stories, the motor flicks, everything. Events are all here. We've got the catalog, which is the catalog of all the vehicles that you've got in the game, and profile. Ah, there we go. I was worried that this screen was gone. This is like my favorite screen in the game. I would be very upset if this was gone. No, this is really cool. So in the background, you've got like a trophy cabinet. This is really nice. I like this. So I just backed out. Let's see what happens here. And here we are. My mailbox is still full. Wait, we've got to check out so many things. Maybe there's something they missed. I don't know. We've got to check out everything. But we got my big old house in LA. Open up the map and everything looks exactly the same, except the offline icon is in the corner. Let's go to the Street Racing HQ, because this is quite an online experience normally. But it's just absolutely amazing to see this, because if you don't know, if you don't realize the amount of work that has to go into something like this for it to just work is pretty insane. And look, just to make it, I'm going to unplug the Ethernet cable. Straight on, rip her out. LAN cable not connected. I'm on PlayStation right now. But here it is. Mate, do you know this means mods on PC as well, right? Bro, does the summit not work? The summit's completely not working. It's just gone. It's removed. What about the far and beyond? Bro. No way. I mean, obviously, they're online things, but I thought they would have had a summit. This is like loops. What about the live battle area? Bro, speak to me. Oh, that's interesting. I actually thought they were going to do maybe a bit more with getting the summit, the replay. Because quite frankly, that was already the case. They could have absolutely done the summit screen, or maybe just even have that screen send you to the events list. But the summit was already coordinated. It was already set up that it was repeating anyway. Basically, that's what Forza Horizon did. So I kind of expected this game to do the same. But this one... Maybe the scope of this, I wonder when it's going to shut down. It makes a huge amount of sense that if it's actually going to shut down sooner than we thought, then that kind of makes sense. But Hollywood Special Hypercar. Let's do this event. I'm going to change the difficulty to the second one, and then we are going to see what happens in my online mode. We're doing some science here, friends. Oh, bro, we're back on the Crew 2. I spent so many years. The updates on this was so good. There was just...
U.S. Speed Tour West, special number 7.
I thought that was... and the music came on and I was a little bit like, hey, you're gonna claim my ass. No, do you know what? This really makes me want to play through the game again on PC, especially while it's still online. And then, of course, when it inevitably goes offline, I'm going to have a save there that's absolutely solid. So a lot of the work that goes into this, and it's the exact same, maybe a little bit more complicated because they didn't know how the game was made with the Crew 1 and that team that essentially worked on a server emulator. This is very different. This is creating the game in a completely different way. So all the requests that are normally asked of the server just aren't a thing. They're instead built within the game. That's why the update here on PlayStation was like 24 gig, I think people were saying, is huge. But they rework it. Oops. They've got to rework how the game communicates and how it communicates with itself now instead of an external entity. Bro, this is crazy. I'm so grateful they did this because I was worried that we would have no copy of the US full map available. And this solidifies the game for the future because from now, there's no way they're going to put in all this work and then the next games not have offline modes in the future. Whether that always has to come a little bit later, maybe it's only going to come at end game when they have the ability for you to copy a save offline. That as long as that like contract with us is there, I'm absolutely happy with this. This is what Gran Turismo does, and I do not worry about Gran Turismo 7 because I know for a fact that Gran Turismo 7 will get its offline patch. It's a case of whether the liveries will work or not because it was broken sport, but you get my point. If we have this agreement here between us, if this was enshrined in law, for example, that developers had to create an offline patch, which is what the whole, stop killing games thing was about. If they had to do that and that was the result, I would be very happy with it. Even if it was just that we could play the single player element of it, and a lot of the multiplayer stuff, for example, PvP obviously is completely gone, but mate, the Crew 2 offline, as I say, I want to kind of play through it on PC again because I've got a feeling that the reason we can't upload our offline save to our online save is because people are going to start doing some tweaking and modifications and but yeah, it very much like an end game feel is what this gives. Save it. Did you see the save it icon? I'm like, oh, it's different. It's weird. Right, now if I quit and go to multiplayer, for example, back to login screen, that's a very funny looking button. Start up, press X, connect to internet. Oh no, I'm still in offline mode. I need this to go. How do I go back online? I've quit the game. I'm restarting, but I just thought about if I go to upload save game, you're offline. Oh. I'm such an idiot. I took the Ethernet cable. Okay, let's try this again. It defaults to the offline mode if you don't have internet. There it is. An actual save game. And this is, you'll be like, what the hell? It's always got a save game, hasn't it? No. Check sync status of save data on the Crew Motorfest. Console storage, nothing. Because it doesn't have one. If there is, it's like settings for the game that you've set. Because it's 0 KB. There's no data. There you go. If you start the game online, yeah, it's surprising. Generate new offline save. Yeah, it's very much one way. So right now, keep all of your progress on the online section. Do not do it on the offline until the game is shut down. Like, I just love the technical side of these things. It's a triumph for us and for, of course, Ivory Tower. So if I now go to the map and we find that exact event that we just did, Hollywood Hypercar, I definitely did that thing on the medium difficulty. So it is completely just gone. Yeah, so you could really split this up. This is a pretty cool, like, a potential. Bro, the exhibit song. All right, yeah, you're in. We can't have that. That's it. I forgot the exhibit songs on this game. So good. I actually forgot about that song completely. I need to add that back to my playlist. I feel like it was such a difficult song to find, but I found it on a service where you can like buy music and license it for a video. I couldn't find it any other way. Bro, I forgot about that song. Someone remind me. Comment. Black Panther. Make sure you get that exhibit song back because I will forget by the time this video ends. Or better, you let me know. But what I was saying, I really think this is gonna open the possibility that you can finally do like cheats and stuff on the single player. That's the main reason, again, that they separate it one way and not the other. Bro, what the? Bro, you've screwed it. So as soon as stuff starts to come out, mod-wise, cheat-wise and things, I am absolutely gonna jump all over that because you still keep your online save. And what I hope is on the PC version, we'll maybe have access to those offline saves that we can like strip them out, use them on, like, can we share them? And even if we can't share them, instancing them, like copying, backing them up, manually replacing the files back in the location. Does the game have to do it? If so, there's probably going to be a tool by the community that make it so that we can do it. This is like the beginning. It's like the Crew 1, of course, got an offline mode, which is, I would say, so far more substantial than this is. But the fact is, the Crew 2 is a more popular game. More people have it. They put it on, you can still buy it on Steam. And usually they put it on sale for like a few quid. I remember they did that a few times now. And so we'll absolutely be able to create things in this game that wouldn't be possible. Oh my God. I'm a dreamer. There's so much stuff. But this is a massive win for the community. This absolutely makes Ivory Tower fly up for one of the best updates. Even though it's not content, it means that we can play the game that we wouldn't have normally been able to play before. Like supporting the community like this, and of course supporting your own, like, your own backs, of course. Yeah, a little bit. Absolutely tremendous drop. Dub. Just think about how much time I spent on this game, and now it's here forever. The game cannot leave my PlayStation unless my SSD burns out, which I won't let it. Oh, my Huracan. When that was added to the game, that was tremendous. I don't remember the context around this gold Jeep that I made, but I definitely have it. I did not build that. I did build that. Definitely. Oh, and the Mustang Shelby GT500. This is like one of the coolest cars in the game. I'm sure you agree. I got it in Motorfest now as well. My Ford Focus looks exactly the same as it does in the Crew Motorfest. This is the dream opposite of those videos that I make that I absolutely hate to make, where it's like, this game is shutting down. This game is being delisted. This is the good ending. And Ivory Tower have done it. Bless up Ivory Tower. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, and I'll see you probably back in some more Crew 2 because like I feel like I've got rejuvenated me. I need to play more of it. So do you. Buy the game. It's like £2 probably.